Hello hunters! In this video we'll be learning how to fight Arch Tempered Rey Dau. We'll be using the Greatsword in this guide, but we're confident that you'll find it useful no matter what weapon you play, as monster knowledge transfers over to any weapon. Let's get right into it. First, we'll talk about some useful armor skills for this monster specifically. Rey Dau applies Thunderblight with his attacks, makes us more susceptible to getting stunned. This makes stun resistance 3 very important, especially for the less mobile weapons like GS. Evade Extender is also very good, because his lightning explosion attacks have massive range, and this skill lets us roll out of them easier. This is our favorite and recommended set for fighting this monster with Greatsword. You can go either with a sleep or ice weapon. Having 2 sharpness reinforcements is highly recommended, as the fight lasts rather long. Let's move on to the monster now. Arch Tempered Rey Dau has some new attacks compared to the regular one. His moves also create delayed lightning explosions on the ground, which make fighting him with stationary, counter-based weapons really difficult. These explosions will knock us over, preventing us from doing damage to the monster during his openings, so it's very important to avoid getting hit by them. Us Greatsword users can either use a dodge roll or perfect guard, depending on the situation. The general playbook for GS is to always be ready to offset Rey Dau's next attack. This means we'll have to start our offset slash slightly before the monster begins an attack. In case he attacks with one of his body parts directly, we can counter it. If he does a range attack, we should cancel our offset slash with a roll and try not to get hit by giant explosions until we have an opportunity to go back into fishing for offsets. Let's take a look at how this plan applies to Rey Dau for each of his attacks and attack sequences. We'll start with the simple and straightforward ones. We have grouped his horn and tail moves here. These are quick and have no opening after them, so the best we can do is an offset slash followed by a roll or guard to avoid the ground explosion and getting ready for his next move by going back into offset again. His quickest, in our opinion, trickiest attack is the wing drag. He usually does these in pairs, creating a line of explosions each time. The exact punish depends on our distance to him as he begins his attack. If we're close, we can offset the first wing drag, perfect guard the explosion, then roll under him to avoid the second attack and tackle before going back into offset slash. In case we're far away, we can roll after performing our offset slash to dodge the explosions and try to offset the second wing drag as well. If Rey Dau ends his combo chain with a wing drag, he'll taunt, which lets us punish him with a quick charged attack. One of his favorite moves is the flying wing drag. The best way to deal with it is to simply offset it, then immediately guard the explosion. If he lands after the attack, he will do a short recovery animation, after which he can start any new attack. After blocking the explosion, we want to go back into offset slash after a second or so, or else we will not be able to react to his slower moves, as our offset slash will end too early. Watch out when you're near a wall and the monster is doing this move from the wall's direction, as his movement will be blocked and the wing will end up straight on top of you. When Rey Dau takes flight and starts circling around us, we'll always go into a flying wing drag. If we notice this, we should reset our offset slash so we can match his timing with our counter. Sometimes he will not land after a flying wing drag. In this case, he can continue into a few more aerial attacks or end his combo immediately with a flying wing slam. The flying slam cannot be offset, but if we're already in offset stance, we may not have a better option. Time your attack so that the damage lands before your hunter recoils from the strength of the attack, then perfect guard the ground explosions, and finish with a level 3 charge slash before going back into offset stance. If we're not charging offset as he's beginning the slam, we can use a different punish. When he's spinning in the air, take note of which way his head is turning. Right before he hits the ground, roll diagonally in the direction his head was turning, and you'll end up beside his head, letting you land an easy draw attack and a level 3 strong charge slash on it. He also has a grounded version of the wing slam, which we also can't offset, and he has a much shorter opening than the flying one. We can time our offset slash early to hit before getting recoiled, then block the explosion. He is very likely to go into a takeoff lightning attack, so it's a good idea to keep holding block for a little longer. Let's move on to his ranged attacks, which we can't offset. His weaker lightning shots usually come in pairs. When we see them coming, we just have to interrupt our offset charge with a roll, then avoid the second one with another roll, or by running before going back into offset to prepare for his next attack, which is random. Now for the big railgun attacks. The grounded one has a very long windup. As soon as we notice it coming, we must roll out of our offset and position ourselves near his legs with a tackle and charge up a level 3 SCS. After the attack is over, Rey Dau will get a temporary weak spot on his head, so just release your level 3 SCS on the head, then Focus Strike. In case the temporary wound is on cooldown, we can level 3 TCS the head after the SCS. He is very likely to perform this attack after doing 2 flying wing drags, provided he landed after both, so we can sheathe and position ourselves near his legs after the second one to prepare for the big railgun move. The flying version of this attack has a shorter starting and ending animation, so we have to react quickly. If our weapon is out, we usually need 2 rolls to clear the explosion range. Just like the grounded version, the monster will get a temporary wound on the head after shooting. If we're close to him as he's starting this move, we can position ourselves for a level 3 charged or strong charge slash as he lands. The Takeoff Lightning Explosion is one of AT Rey Dau's new attacks. It is quick, so learning to recognize it early in its animation is very important. If we succeed in this, we can roll out of our offset charge and tackle the explosion. If we're close to him, rolling under his legs is the most efficient option, as the attack should not reach us there. After avoiding the explosion, we should get ready to offset immediately, as he can do a quick flying wing drag afterwards. Another popular sequence he likes doing after the takeoff is 2 weaker flying railgun shots into a landing wing slam. Our best option here is to sidestep the ranged attacks and then perform the wing slam punish we discussed earlier. Finally, let's look at the damage-based openings we can create for ourselves in the fight. We're using a lot of offset attacks, so we'll end up parrying him quite a few times. Our best option is to perform the follow-up attack, then immediately roll to the side and go back into offset stance. If you feel like gambling, feel free to do the wide sweep as well, but getting unlucky will cause you to get hit or miss the following opening. If you're using a sleep greatsword, after hitting your wake up SCS or TCS, immediately go back into offset because he wakes up very quickly. His flinch animation is also very short, so we should try to get back into offset ASAP. As we said earlier, his big railgun attacks create a temporary wound on the head for a short time. After hitting these with a focus strike, the monster will enter a short down animation. Our first instinct may be to TCS this opening. However, doing a level 1 offset, level 1 charged, and a level 2 strong charge slash does significantly more damage than a TCS, and takes about the same time. So this is our best option. If the monster has the high ground, the previous combo will be next to impossible to land. In this case, just use a level 3 OS, level 3 CS combo. Rey Dau can also be toppled in 3 different ways: by destroying a red wound on the legs, a blue wound anywhere, or by breaking a wing. Going for the wings isn't really worth it after creating a blue wound on one of them, as they take 15% less damage than the head and take quite a while to break. Wounds, however, are always worth it. Try to do your focus strike after a level 3 charged attack to maximize its damage. After causing him to flinch by perforating a red wound, delay for a second before performing a leaping wide slash to land your damage on the head. As for wound topples, we can use the same combo as for the temporary wound pop, but with more charge levels before going back into offset slash. That's everything we had on AT Rey Dau. This fight is very difficult, so don't be discouraged if you're not succeeding immediately. Once you learn to recognize the monster's attacks early in their animations, it gets a lot easier, and you'll easily be able to clear A ranks on the challenge quest, even if you're playing with TA Wiki rules. Happy hunting, and see you in the next one.